All right, good morning, everybody. This is Nate Baer, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance and Trade of the Day. And in today's video, it's been a few weeks, but in today's video, I want to give you a rundown of the S&P 500. I'll show you the most important chart on the planet for me right this very minute. And I've got a setup that I love right here for you as well. So first off, on the indexes, right? So we've got, our Tariff Tantrum boom, right? Now we've had this massive recovery, and the biggest question is where do we go from here? And the chart that I was watching yesterday is the 78-minute chart on the S&P 500. Okay, that's it. That's the one. And coming into the day yesterday, it kind of looked like this. Okay, so we've got like this, start of a low compression squeeze as the day starts to unfold. We're like, okay, check it out. We've got this high compression squeeze that's getting started. Actually, this is the way it ended right here, this Friday candle. So we've got a high compression 70-minute squeeze. And what's going to happen is the momentum going to shift up on this candle or on this squeeze. And if so, we could have a move up and over 600, right? If it shifts down and the squeeze fires short, we've got a gap to close down here at about 580. So we're sitting at 590 with room to either 600 to the top side or 580, right? Whoops, that's supposed to be an 580 on the downside. Let's try this again. 580 on the downside, right? So yesterday was one of those days where it's like, let's just wait and see, let's wait and see, let's wait and see. Well, the SPY broke up into the close. Momentum has shifted up, and this looks good to me to head up and actually break over 600. You've got this cup and handle pattern. So I'm looking at 600. I'm looking at upside on the indexes this week. And then from there, we'll see. All-time highs, I know it sounds crazy, but are not that far away. They're just not, right? 613, that's a couple of good days in this environment. So I'm bullish until something major shifts or major changes, and we're going to go from there. So the setup that I want to show you guys here is in a recent earnings winner, Veeva, right? Veeva Systems. Now, first I want to start by looking at the daily chart so you can see we've got this big. Actually, let's go even further. Let's look at the weekly. You can see here, very, very, very nice move along with everything else in 2020. And it's come back and it's consolidate for literally 2 years, 3 years, right? And we're finally now breaking out of this base on a very strong earnings win. So I think this has a lot of room to run. I think this can head to like 300 easily. So you've got a daily squeeze that's fired long based on earnings. You've got a weekly squeeze that's fired long based on earnings. I am extremely bullish in this name. And if we break this down, we start to look at this 30-minute chart. Actually, let's go with like a 60-minute chart. You can see here that we've got a fresh squeeze developing, right? A 60-minute squeeze. So all I'm looking for basically is this flag to break higher and continue towards 300. All right, post earnings. And I'm looking for a momentum shift to load the boat in this name. Now, if we break over 285.70, then it's probably, too late. It's probably gone. But ideally, this will just sort of like work its way up here, hold for another day or so, and then get a momentum shift on the 60-minute chart, and then we rip. All right, so how would I play it? Well, you can play it a number of different ways. As you can see, I've already got a position in the 290 calls here. We picked these up, started to pick these up yesterday. You could do the only bad thing about this is that it only has monthly options, which isn't the end of the world. There's plenty of liquidity. But I would do either June 25th, the 280s, or you could even go out to July and get something like out of the money like the 300s and just put a bid in. Don't necessarily have to like hit the ask, right? It's kind of a wide spread. So, put a bid in at $4 and see what happens. But I'm going to suggest, since it's only a 60-minute chart, I'm going to suggest these 280 calls. And again, same thing, just put in a bid, decide what you want to pay, put your bid in there and let the order work. So maybe around like $7 and just put your bid in there and let that order work, all right? So that's the idea, just accumulating your position around this point of control. All right, we zoom in a lot to this pattern. You can see the point of control is going to be right in through here around 278 or so, which is where we were accumulating our position yesterday. And, stop under the maybe 274. So this is a great risk reward, right? So stop on close under 274, accumulating your position around 278. And then targets are going to be 290, and then 300. So great risk reward setup here. All right. That's what I've got for this week. I hope it helps, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Later.